So imagine that, people. Part 2, the Scandalous Attorney, right here on the lovely island of Grenada. Part 2, the Scandalous Attorney. I apologize, it took 2 days, but I do have family here on island, and I spent yesterday with them, just taking them around. We did the waterfalls, we did the beach, and I'm telling you, it did me good. So listen, this is part 2. So imagine, just for a recap, because I want to make sure you had this. So she comes in, she's already in my life. I need an attorney. I call her because she's really the only attorney I know. I give her what's happening. She swears to the heavens and the gods, this is her specialty. She gonna handle this. They gonna wish they would have paid you what the policy said. That you gonna get this, you gonna get that, you gonna get pain and suffering, you gonna get da. She ain't have to do no work because I already had the police report and all that stuff in motion. So I send her my documents. She swears to the heavens and the gods, you ain't gonna have to pay me a dime. I'm gonna take my 10% off the back end. I send her all the documents I have. That's everything. She ain't got to do no work, go searching for nothing, because I sent her everything. And then soon as she get everything, now I'm introduced to this receptionist. This receptionist sends me a $1,500 bill. And I say, wait a minute, please talk to my lawyer. Apparently you missed the conversation, or she got to mention it to you. My 10% is coming off the back of Naturals. She don't have to pay a dime. So that's the only way she got me in, pulled me in. The receptionist responds, oh, it don't matter what she say. Pretty much, you a businesswoman. You know money's... Girl, please, if you don't go allow my lawyer to call me back. I never heard back. No, she said, well, what did she tell you? That's what I'm going to tell you on part 1. Exactly what did the lawyer say to you? And I told her, you won't have to pay a dime. Come off the 10% coming off the back end and everything. She said, well, put it in writing. I typed it in writing, sent the email, and I never heard from her again. Not a response, not a nothing. Never heard from my lawyer again. And I went one step further because I said I'm not going to just rely on a receptionist. So I sent my lawyer a WhatsApp message and said, I'd rather have you call me on this one so we can be clear. We can move forward because we got money on the table. This is my life. Excuse me. I never heard from the lawyer, and I never heard from the receptionist ever again. That's when I almost gave up. But the spirit kept saying, no, you not. No, you not. And that's how I ran into my lawyer that rocked with me and pulled me through. He is the bomb. If you ever need one, his name is David Edmund, Edmund. I stand on that one. Okay, but this young lady, this young, greedy, unprofessional attorney walking around appearing to be smart, but she's really dumb. Excuse my language, because I don't mean to call nobody names. I don't even want to fight with her. And it's the last energy I'm going to burn on her. How about that? So imagine that. So now we at war because it's over now. And I can speak clearly about it. I ain't calling nobody's names, so everybody know who they are. I can release some of the stress and the trauma that was caused by it. Yes. And we're going to do that. So, coconut me good. So now this is where I decided to leave her review. This is where the war started. And I talked about how unprofessional she really was. I hope her. And then she said, just give me till Monday to handle it and get with that receptionist if you don't like the way. I didn't like the way. She said, well, Natural, what do you expect me to do? I'm not here to tell you what to do. You said you would handle it. And you get back with me Monday, which you didn't. I still had to call you. Just totally disrespectful. Totally disrespectful. Best breakfast in the world. So we all know Google is worldwide. You know one of the worst things in the world is to be a business person and not be able to take the criticism of the people you serve. Every review you get is not going to be a good one. My business is 14 years old. I've got a couple reviews, but it wasn't really like bad on my part. It was a misunderstanding. Like he ordered the African wrap slippers that I used to wrap, Ankara African wrap slippers, and he wanted a certain color, and the color that I had posted was just the sandal itself. I had in the way you identify your product, we had 12 different patterns. Yes, so any color could come, but I try to do the color closest to what you order. Unless we have a conversation, you say specifically, if you don't have this color. See, that's where communication is. So I took it. I took the review. You can't remove reviews off your website. I leave it there, and it's okay. But the worst thing in the world is to not be able to take the criticism from the people you serve. It's called a review. And all of them will not be good. This woman almost had a heart attack. See, this is what happens when you live your life in some kind of perfectionist. Nobody's perfect. Stop trying to appear perfect. And that's what she suffered from. She needs to appear perfect on the beautiful little island of Grenada. You're not perfect, little church girl. And you went up against the wrong one. How about that? Because nobody's afraid of you. Guess what she tried to do, y'all? We're going to make this the last part. Guess what she tried to do? Guess what the professional tried to do? She threatened me. She started calling me names. So she responded to the review. She said, I'm going to give you 2 days to do the right thing. I guess do the right thing to her was take it down. I was saying to myself, who the hell she thinks she talking to? Because the last time I seen her as my neighbor, I think her daughter and her son or something was like 9 and 10. I think she thought she was talking to them. I'm going to give you 2 days to pick them clothes up out of your bedroom floor. I was like, what the hell she thinks she talking to? I laughed at her. She wasn't appearing so smart that she was appearing real dumb. I don't even think I responded to her, but I laughed at her ass, right? And then she said, if you don't take it down, I'm going to put everything on the website, everything on the... So I was like, what is she talking about? Let me tell you what she was talking about. She was going, I guess, post my pictures on Facebook. Y'all know my life is an open book. Let me tell you. The only thing she could have been talking about, unless I'd have missed something. So she was also going to do my divorce, which I went to America and got. She probably got mad about that because in America, you do them on your own for free. I think she wanted to charge me like $5,000. I was like, woman, please, go suck your whatever. So anyway... So when I came back, if y'all remember, I came back to 3 court dates. One was for the husband, the ex-husband. And I don't know if y'all remember, I had like a burgundy color bruise on my arm. I forget maybe it was this one. So I had sent her those pictures because she was going to represent me, but for real. See, the ex-husband, because I had heard him tell somebody, oh, I won. She lost in court or something, but for real, he was trying to save his freaking life. When somebody's over top of you and he ain't have nothing to do, only thing he could do trying to save his life, bobbing and weaving, was sling the crate. It's a crate that you put drinks in, and it's hard and it's plastic. And when he slung it, you know how you trying to block somebody, he slung it and it caught me here. He was not doing anything to me, honey. I don't have no experiences in my life. So I guess she thought if she put those pictures on the internet, and it would appear like somebody beat me or something. Girl, I had to go downtown every day with that purple, blue, and orange thing. But I knew that he was trying to save his life. But I ain't tell you because it wasn't your business. I needed you to think something else so you could do your job. So we're going to leave that there. But that man was trying to save it. So I guess that was the threat of her saying, I'm going to put it on there. Because that woman don't know me from nowhere unless she ran across me making love nude to my ex years ago or something. I don't know what she's talking about, right? So that's the only thing. Anyway, I laughed again at her dumb self. Boy, I'm telling you, you can be so smart in this life. That's why you got to be careful with people with all these degrees. They can be so smart, they dumb. You ever met somebody so smart, you dumb? You can't fight your way out of a paper bag, but you a PhD and a couple lawyers on top of you, just dumb. So anyway, she was threatening, saying all this stuff, and you got 24 hours. I laughed at her Because that review still. So what I did was took the threats of the review. And she also said you make bad choices and in men and what about the guy that stole your car and what about your ex-husband? You know what? I laughed at her, and I'm gonna tell you why I laughed at her. She must have forgot that I was her neighbor. This smart dumb woman used to cuss her husband and throw him out every other day. I seen him in the supermarket the other day. He looked so free to be away from her dumb ass. I said, for real, you know how somebody call you names, but you be like, that name don't even fit you. You be like, what they talking about? It's because they ain't talking to you. They really talking about themselves. But they haven't had the opportunity to digest and accept that they're the one. I said, we're more alike than different. We got more in common. So we both make bad choices in life, lovely lady. So I took all that threat attachment that really should be confidential, and I attached it to the Google review with her name at the top. So now all her people gonna get to see how she responds to her customers because, listen, you provided a bad service. All I did was said I would refer her to nobody. You attached threats. Now who's looking stupid? And then guess what she did? She tried to put a lien on my money. She tried to put a lien on my money. Yes, y'all, I got the call and said she's trying to put a lien. Now, when you try to put a lien on somebody's money and you call the lawyer that's representing them, that means they're at a standstill. They can't move because it's lawyer up against lawyer. Like, stop that. She owe me money. She was going to try to charge me $15 because I left her a review. That's all. Or I talked to her the day before. I said, when we were talking about it, when she asked me to take it down and give her those few days to deal with it, with that receptionist, I said, so listen, are you trying to say that I owe you something? No, Natural, you don't owe me nothing. The very next day, she tried to put a lien on my money, y'all. The wicked attorney. I got the call. I said, what? She trying to do what? Once again, you're looking stupid, lady. You still got outsmarted. You still. Look. She tried to put a lien on that, y'all. She tried to put a lien on that, y'all. Maybe I should identify myself as the smart sister. She tried to put a lien. We talking wicked. We talking the unprofessional. We talking, who the hell you trying to do what? You ain't give me no kind of service. And she tried to put a lien. She wanted some of my money. She called herself gonna hurt me through my money. And that's a good way to try to mess with me. Mess with my money. You see me fighting for 15 months and I ain't stopped. I ain't gonna stop. What? That changes the game, baby. The average people fight for their children and go crazy and do anything, but guess what? I'll fight you for my money. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Thank you. I love you guys. She tried to put a lien on it. None of it worked. None of it worked. Had to go around the back door, do things different, come out of here. Ooh, I had to put on my smart cap to deal with this highly religious lawyer. You dirty, no frills son of a sea biscuit. Don't mess with Natural. Love and respect. Have a good day, people. I hope you enjoyed the story time.